As you saw in the video that I shared, what we want to practice today is the present perfect continuous and since and for as prepositions used to express time. Last time we were looking at modals and you submitted your folders. Now in those folders, I noticed some of you did not have your writing and reading. Remember, in exams, in los exámenes, we will not require you to do the writing and reading in the exams. But to make sure that you're practicing writing and reading, as some of you were doing, we need to continue including in your folders your writing and speaking activities. All right, so before I go into present perfect continuous, let's review. What was the writing requirement and speaking requirement for modals? And if you didn't put it in, make sure to do it after class and upload it. Modals. In the modals activity, you were supposed to focus on writing a composition. Now, this composition is like a competition essay. You're looking to win a contest of a trip in Mexico. So you are practicing your can, your could, your should, and your would. You need to write an essay that 1, describe what your family members can do. 2, define the skills and abilities they have, what they cannot do, and what they should do to learn new skills. And 3, include what you could do if you win the competition. Now, let's look at an example of an essay, and then after class, guys, you can write your essays. Frank, help us with the sample essay, please. Adventure in...
Good teacher. Adventure travel in Mexico. My father and I like the outdoors. We love camping and doing extreme sports. I want to win this contest because we have the experience and have participated in different contests all over the world. My family is very skillful. For instance, my father lived in the USA and can climb mountains.
Good.
He has taken hard training but cannot work under extreme temperatures. I feel
This is a word. Hold on. This word, you don't need to emphasize the middle part. So tempera. Yeah. Temperatures. You don't have to break it down like we would in Spanish. Extreme temperatures. I feel
he should have received
specialized
training to get used to it. I can survive in limited conditions and will take advantage of
the surrounding environment.
If we want the prize. I consider we should share our experience with others and train or give participants contest tips.
Perfect. Right? So write something similar. Write your own composition about your family, what they can do, what their skills are, what they cannot do, how to learn new skills, and what you could do if you won an adventure trip like this. And in the speaking section, I want you to record a 2 to 3 minute audio expressing your actions, considering 1, your ability. For example, I can ride a horse. I learned to ride horses in Tabasco. I could ride more horses if I live in Tabasco, but I don't. I live in Mexico City. I should review your forums this afternoon, but first, let me make sure that everyone understands the requirements. To record 2 to 3 minutes of you talking about yourself, your abilities, some of the things that are possible for you, some of the things that you suggest for yourself or you want for yourself, and hypothetical situations as well. Practice can, could, should, and would. Let's listen to an audio of someone talking about themselves, and then you should also record that and upload to your Unit 1 folder for Section 2. Listen carefully.
Hi, I'm Peter, and I'm going to tell you a bit about me. I'm currently studying architecture at FESA. I can make plans, construction plans. I can use AutoCAD. It's very difficult to learn how to use it, as it has several tools and buttons, but now I can use it very well. If I had the chance, I could learn how to use some other programs to improve my plans and become the best architect in the city. I should now learn advanced English, as all programs for making plans are in this language. I can understand some words, especially in this kind of programs, but if I could speak English very well, I could speak with people from other countries, and at the same time, I could work in another city as New York, London, or Toronto. That would be awesome. I can also make amazing paintings and drawings. It's like a gift I have. I'm very talented. I also should take some courses or workshops to improve my techniques. And if I could speak French, I could go to Paris to paint the Eiffel Tower or Les Invalides, the military museum. If I could do that, it would be a dream come true.
All right. So write your script, then record yourself for 2 to 3 minutes for the speaking activity for activity 1. Now, activity 2 and 3 are based on present perfect continuous and the prepositions for and since. So before I go through those two, let's look at them together. When do we use the present perfect continuous? Well, like the present perfect, and as you saw in the video, the present perfect continuous is used for expressing ideas, events that start in the past but have a connection to our present. The form uses your subject line plus have been or has been, and then ing because it's a continuous form, present perfect continuous. So if you're in the affirmative form, you can have your contractions, they've, she's, I've, we've, he's, it's, they've, and your been and ing. All right. If it's in negative form, then you can only contract the have and not or the has and not, plus your been and ing. In question form, have is your question word to start off your sentence. So when do we use it? Well, Pardinho, let's go through this section together.
We use the present perfect continuous when we want to express the sense of continuity of an action that began in the past and which continues into the present, or which has just finished. We used to refer to something that we have been doing over a period of time, and therefore we use the prepositions of time, for, and since. If we use the present perfect continuous without a time reference, it means lately or recently. The examples?
Yes, please.
Examples, I can believe it's still raining. It's been raining for a week now. John has been working at the bank since, how can we say?
2003 or 2003?
2003, okay. We've been planning our vacation for over a month. Amanda and Tom have been dating since last June. He hasn't been studying enough. Have you been feeling okay lately? I've been working too much.
Good. All of these sentences, including the ones with for and since, express an idea or an event that started in a past point and is still relevant now. The present perfect continuous does the job of identifying that unfinished, that still important event. Now, specifically for and since tell us something. Usually events have a start point and an end point. If we want to focus on the start point, we can use since. If we want to talk about the whole event, its duration, we use for. When we think about time expressions, that's what I want you guys to think of. Of course, we have other time expressions like yesterday, last week, but remember there's a difference between past simple time expressions and the two that we're focusing on in this unit. All right, so here we go. First, for. Let's go with Monse.
Sí. For indicates duration or a period of time. It cannot be used with all in the sense of all day or all the time, or it can be used with all of the previous verb tense. 1 minute, a few hours, 2 weeks, 5 months, 12 years, a long time. And the examples, we always run for at least 1 hour every day. Heather will be practicing the piano for a couple of hours this afternoon. I played tennis for years before I injured my knee. They have lived in Paris for 10 years. He has been studying English for a long time. Jane had only been working at the factory for 3 months when it closed.
Good, excellent. And Brenda, since.
Since is used to indicate the beginning of the period of time that continues to the present as the period of time which began at a specific time in the past continues into the present. We can only use signs with the perfect tenses. 10 o'clock, Monday, March 2005. This morning, the beginning of the year, you call it. Examples: I have lived in Spain.
I have lived in Spain since April 2010.
I have lived in Spain since April. Repeat 2010.
It could be 2010.
2010.
Mm-hmm.
My brother has been sick since Friday. They have been studying English since last year, and we have been waiting for since 3 o'clock.
We have been waiting for you since 3 o'clock. Repeat.
We have been waiting for since
for
3
you.
o'clock. For you since o'clock.
Since 3 o'clock. Okay. All right. So notice that we can use them for 1 minute, even though it's a short period of time, or for a long period of time. Whatever the duration, we go for 4. And whatever the start point, whether it's a specific time, a specific day, a specific month, year, part of the day, part of the year, or particular moment, starting point, we can use that specifier. All right. Generally, that's how we use them. So going back to our unit, we can make the decision, what's the best way to use our present perfect continuous. So in this picture, this building, there are quite a few floors, and you see some pictures. In your writing activity for activity 2 in unit 1, the first writing activity is to write 7 sentences in present perfect continuous to describe these activities. And then we will look at a second writing activity. Now, with the writing activity, guys, simply make use of your have and has plus your been, has been, have been, and your ing, right? And looking at your scenarios, let's get some volunteers. So let's start with Fernanda. Based on what you're seeing, based on these pictures, Fernanda, tell me what you think the person or persons or animals in this sentence have or has been doing. Fernanda, picture number 1. Are you there with us, Fernanda? Fernanda Elizabeth? All's well with your microphone? Can you hear us? Is it you or is it just your picture? Are you there? There you go.
Libera play the guitar.
Okay, again? Repeat.
Play guitar, pero
All right, so let's start with the person. Who? The man, he. Let's start with a person.
he has been playing the guitar.
Perfect, there we go. Marielle, picture number 2. Cisneros. Are you here with us, Marielle?
Yes, teacher.
All right, picture number 2.
He has been
What action do you see? Remember to activate your microphone. Again, Mario, we lost you there. He has. That's all we heard. Mario, are you still here? You want to check 1, 2, 3? Earth to Mario, Earth to Mario. Fernanda, you want to try?
yes, teacher. He has been
Exercising, correct. Ooh. I wonder if it was my internet. All right, Jenny, what about this one?
She has been sleeping for 1 hour.
For an hour. Good job. Let's see.
Sería she has talking.
She has.
She has talking.
Been talking.
She has been talking.
All right. Naomi?
Yes, they have been, I think that playing.
Yeah, maybe playing video games on the laptop. Frank?
Yes. He has been eating.
Right. Technically, yes, because babies really only consume milk. You could say he has been feeding, he has been drinking his milk. It could also be a her. Pardinho, next picture.
They have been cooking some kind of food.
Some kind of food, not sure, or if they're just posing for the picture. Giselle, next one.
She has been putting on makeup.
Correct. And Brenda.
Have the dog have
The dog has.
the dog has
Has been, always with been, huh?
18.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's eating it or if he's playing with, but he has been doing something with that yellow thing in his mouth. Correct. All right. So that was the first activity that you're supposed to complete, guys. And then you have to think, have you ever felt discouraged because you have been waiting for an extended period of time for something to happen or someone to arrive, and the person never arrives? How do you feel? Describe the last 5 times that you have been waiting for someone or something that never came or appeared. 50 to 70 words mentioning that experience. The experience should read something like this. Fernanda, read for us.
Last September, I bought a pair of leggings on a web page. I had been waiting for them all this time, and they have arrived. I have been working with my uncle for 3 months, and I have not received my payment for the last hour. I have been waiting outside his house to take to him. I hope this time I can give my money. I am studying the last semester of the major. I have been working on my thesis for the last 6 months. My USB drive broke down. I have lost my USB drive broke down, and I have lost all the information and work. This is at full. I have tried to reach my assessor, but I have not been able to find him. I am at his office right now. I can be here for almost 2 hours and he has not arrived. How frustrating.
Frustrating. Right now, write down your ideas, guys. You can always check your ideas with the Microsoft spell check or install a grammar spell checker like Grammarly. I use it even though I speak English, and it will definitely help you as well. Once you have your story written down, in this activity, your speaking is just to record yourself reading that situation. And that story sounds like this.
Last September, I bought a pair of leggings on a website. I've been waiting for them all this time, and they haven't arrived yet. I've been working with my uncle for 3 months, and I haven't received my payment. For the last hour, I've been waiting outside his office to talk to him. I hope this time I can get my money. I'm in my last semester. I have been working on my thesis for the last 6 months. My USB drive broke, and I've lost all the information at work. It's awful. I've tried to reach my advisor, but I haven't been able to talk to him. I'm at his office right now. I've been here for almost 2 hours, and he hasn't arrived. How frustrating.
All right. That's the writing and speaking for activity 2. Activity 3 also has writing and reading, even easier than the previous ones. In writing, you're focusing on your memories. Think about your latest trip, try to remember all the details, and then write down a paragraph about your travel experiences with since and for. That's it. Jenny, read for us. Still there, Jenny? Earth to Jenny, Earth to Jenny. Lejarazo Moreno, are you there? Did we lose Jenny? Did the internet monster eat Jenny? Hello, hello? Marielle, you want to help her? Whose internet rate responds first? Hello. Are your microphones working, guys? I'm not hearing you at all. Well, I assume just, yes, Marielle. Go ahead, give it a try. Jenny or Marielle?
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead, Marielle. These last years?
These last years, I have traveled around my country. I have visited many places since I left school. For instance, I've been to La Ribera Maya several times. On our last visit, my family and I took a tour to Tulum, where we admired the ruins surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. I don't know how this happened, but Tulum has become one of our favorite tourist places since 2013. 15. Since then, we have swum in a large number of cenotes. My parents love the sea. For the last 3 years, we have spent some New Year's Eve in Playa del Carmen, of course. We have not missed Chichen Itza, where is an excellent option to have even to walk.
All right. So your paragraph doesn't have to be long, but it needs to capture experiences and use since and for. And in the speaking section, I want you to think of your favorite celebrity, I don't know, Bad Bunny or Shakira, and interview them. So you're going to do some research about them. These are the questions you need to research. Write down the answers. Then you or you and a partner can record that interview. The interview should sound something like this.
Katy Perry, how long have you been in Montreal?
I've been here for 2 days. I'm giving a show tonight at the Montreal Bell Centre.
How long have you been studying?
Actually, I haven't been at school for that long. I studied at some Catholic schools when I was younger, but we moved a lot because of my parents' work. I was constantly changing schools.
How long have you been up today?
I've been up since 8. You know, I do exercise whenever I can, so if I'm not very tired, I get up early to work out.
How long have you known your best friend?
Well, as everyone knows, my best friend is my sister, so I've known her a lifetime, since I was born.
How long have you had your computer?
In fact, I'm a geek, so every time a new Apple computer is released, I must have it. This one is brand new. I've had it for 3 days.
How long have you studied English?
Well, I studied some English in high school, but lately I haven't.
How long have you been married?
Well, I was married only once. Now we're divorced. We were married for 2 years.
All right. So notice, even when you don't always use the present perfect continuous, you can still use for durations. All right. So practice. I noticed in your folders for the unit, you did not include any writing and reading. We do not need to do them in the exam, so practice it now so you improve your skills. All right. And that's it for today, guys. See you next Saturday. We will look at past perfect to start off Unit 2 from Block 2. I'll include some other activities so you can practice. See you next Saturday. Take care.